principle of presumption of innocence has been violated by the application of a conclusion about the existence of an intention on the part of the accused based on objective circumstances as stipulated by the doctrine of extended JC. The jurisprudence of this tribunal, as well as the jurisprudence of courts and tribunals which have operated after World War II, is neither unanimous nor consistent in terms of the JCE content theory, which is contrary to the principle of justice and fairness before a court of law, and thus does not constitute an opinio juris. The application of the JCE doctrine across the board on all political and military structures in a state administration, as well as on other known and unknown individuals, constitutes a violation of the principle of perspicuity and precision of charges, which threatens the very purpose of the tribunal's establishment and existence, and increases the risk arising from an even more extensive use of the JC theory by national courts and prosecutors in national jurisdictions. All this may have an adverse effect in the process of reaffirming the position of modern criminal law and an administration of justice. Your Honours, finally, the defense suggests that the trial chamber did one step ahead to evaluate the arguments about not accepting the theory of JC, which clearly exists in modern legal science and were proffered by various authors. They are clearly present in the way the judges of this tribunal think. They are clearly evident in the decisions of various courts and tribunals after the Second World War. And to eliminate the application of the doctrine of JC, and to go back to the principles of the liability that exists in criminal law, which is co-perpetration, aiding, abetting. But in that case, some other requirements of adducing evidence and proving guilt will apply, different from those required by the doctrine of JC in its extended form. I would like to thank you, Your Honor, for your patience.
Thank you, Mr. Miklicic. This concludes today's session. Tomorrow we'll hear any rebuttal arguments from the prosecution. I appreciate that the parties did their utmost to stay within the time limits, which leaves us a bit more time perhaps tomorrow, not to say that we that we would use the whole of the morning, that is 3 sessions, but it would not be dramatic if the parties and 1 hour was scheduled for the prosecution and 1 hour for the defense teams would take a little bit more than that 1 hour. I suggest that the prosecution takes the session until the first break tomorrow morning, and that the defense then will take the second session. Of course, it depends a bit, Mr. Tigge, if you would take the full 1 hour half, then I know what is going to happen. So if you would apply some self-limitation, seek some compensation perhaps for not having had an opportunity to make a final conclusions after Ms. Mahendraratne had spoken, then we could avoid perhaps that we would need a third session, and we would perhaps finish the second session also at, well, let's say, in 75 minutes. We adjourn, and we will resume tomorrow, the 1st of September at 9 o'clock in the same courtroom.
All right, will you agree?